Hey everybody, this is Enzo and Campoverde with Thrility Cast. It's like I'm gonna call it Thrility Cast number 5. I'm your host, like I said, Enzo, and I also have Freddy here.
Hey guys!
Alright, and today it's going to be a little bit more organized than last week, but we still got some topics that we want to talk about. First things first, as Fred wants to call it the appetizers section.
Yeah, we're trying out some new segments here just to kind of keep it more structured.
Trying to, just help us out, make it a little bit more organized. Because last week, I got agree. Yeah. Even though it was a rant, it's supposed to be, could have been better. But
it was so good, yeah.
That being said, though, first off, Mortal Kombat movie.
Yeah, let's start with the appetizers.
So, I don't know if any of y'all have heard, but Mortal Kombat movie got announced this week, I believe Monday. I found out through a couple of tweets that the writer, Greg Russo, as far as I know, no relation to the Russo brothers whatsoever, was sending out a bunch of tweets, and it was just about, Mortal Kombat movies, films, starts, the production is now starting, they started filming it. And it's going to be the directorial debut of Simon McQuoid. So he's never directed anything as far as I know. And as I mentioned, this is being written by Greg Russo, and this is his first major length film. And it has some, obviously, some characters that's going to be in the game, or in the movie. Scorpion, Shang Tsung, Sub-Zero, Sonya Blade, Kano, Liu Kang, Jax, Raiden, Melina, and Louis Tan of the movie Wu Assassins is playing an unknown leading character. But, Fred, you said you recognize some of these names.
Yeah, well, the characters from the game, I recognize most of them. But the actors who's playing them, I recognize 2 of them. I recognize the guy who's playing Liu Kang, Ludi Lin from the Power Rangers reboot. He was the Black Ranger. He's the Asian guy, basically. And I recognize Mikael Brooks, who's going to be playing Jax in the movie. I know him as James Olsen from the Supergirl show. So, it's going to be really interesting to see him outside of that show.
You're saying about the guy who plays Jax,
Mikael Brooks.
Mikael Brooks?
Yeah. So he's just excited to see him outside the show, just because I'm so used to seeing him there. What about you? Do you recognize anybody here?
No, I actually, as far as I know, I don't recognize anybody at all whatsoever. Some of the movies, though, that some of these people have been in, for example, the guy that's playing Scorpion, Hiroyuki Sanada, Avengers Endgame, I think we're all familiar with that. Chin Han, who's playing Shang Tsung, is Ghost in the Shell. There's a lot of movies that these actors have been attached to, but I don't think I've actually seen, recognized them.
I think that part of it's because the movie's majority Asian casting, which, not a lot of them really have a heavy, A-list name in Hollywood as of right now.
You know what? I think I can appreciate that, more representation. It looks like they're trying to take care of this property seriously. They're not so I remember reading
video game movies are so hard to nail.
They suck. Let's just be honest here. Assassin's Creed was the last hope, and it sucked. I
know you don't consider Detective Pikachu as a video game movie.
It technically
is,
but at the same time, I just feel like it's not the one that's
gonna really propel.
It hasn't.
That genre.
It hasn't fulfilled the void. I feel like.
Okay.
But I really hope that the Mortal Kombat movie will actually kind of be, because the thing about the thing that I thought a lot of people say that sucks about video game movies is that it takes away video game movies takes away what makes video game interesting, is that you control the character, you're essentially in there, you can make decisions and the interactivity with it. And I think with a lot of movies that are based off video game properties, is that of course they have to take away those what makes them interesting, But I think with Mortal Kombat it's a little bit different because it's a fighting game, and I know Street Fighter also,
and they have stories within the game that they can take inspiration from.
Especially the newer ones have an actual story mode, and so I think that's make it a little bit easier. I think that especially with the care that at least the writer Greg Russo is putting into it, he's responding to fans. He's actually really excited about this movie, and he's putting 110%.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see how it turns out. Of course, I think it's gonna come in March of 2021, and as we find out more and more, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
This is gonna be the movie that we Thrility are gonna follow. We'll give you the updates. You come to us
for there we go.
Yeah, for any
news
updates.
Breaks. Yeah,
yeah. But
the next appetizer
is the Birds of Prey movie. The poster got released, and you and I both have similar opinions.
Strong feelings about this poster.
You want to start? Or you want me to start?
I guess I could start.
Go ahead, buddy.
See, I'm excited for this movie. Just not excited the fact that Harley Quinn is the literal face of this movie. Not that Margot Robbie's a terrible actor. I think she's a great actor. It's just that I don't see Harley Quinn as being the face of Birds of Prey. I don't think that makes it any more exciting, if anything. Because I don't think they need Harley to lead a movie like this.
I think that for one is I don't like this interpretation of Harley Quinn. It just seems like those LOL Roar XD I'm so random girls look at me interpretation. In her new costume, I don't like. I'm not saying
it's very uninspired.
It looks like a toddler, honestly.
Yeah,
like, she's
it's not very creative.
And I'm not saying I want her older costume from Suicide Squad. I prefer her Jester outfit, honestly. Yeah.
But of course, it's not gonna translate well to a dark, gritty movie. It's gonna look really cheesy.
Or would I think it would? Because like Arkham Asylum did something somewhat similar of the Jester outfit, but more sort of in a dress kind of thing. But I don't want to dress either. Like I don't know.
I mean, I liked her costume in Suicide Squad. It worked fine in that movie.
I don't know. It made me cringe. Like Daddy's Little Monster. I'm just like, I'm sorry. No.
I mean, yeah, that didn't need that, but the colors worked for her costume and the belt and the hammer. Like it worked fine with her interpretation. Not a big fan of her Harley voice.
The line,
the Boston kind of esque accent there.
I don't like the how Harley Quinn's sort of becoming this face of the female face of DC.
Yeah, because there's so many other great characters.
I mean, you have Wonder Woman, but I think like when it comes to terms of like somebody that's like street level, you have like Barbara Gordon. I feel like Barbara Gordon.
Yeah, Batgirl movie would be so cool.
But the thing that sucks is that she's not in this movie.
I know.
And I think I for one may have a controversial opinion. I liked Barbara Gordon as Oracle when she was paralyzed. Now, you can get into this whole entire thing about how women in comics are always, used as a way to show that the male character in comics is
looks cool.
Yeah, like, oh, look, his girlfriend or his female companion got destroyed, so now he has a reason to be even like more revenge. And obviously that's wrong. But I think what they did with afterwards, like of when she became paralyzed, her becoming Oracle, like she's not just some like character who's gonna sit in the background. She can handle herself still, and she can do more. And so then there's the Birds of Prey, which is what she formed with Huntress and Black Canary,
who are also in this movie.
Yeah, you can't have a Birds of Prey movie without them.
Yeah, of course. Which is weird that they don't have Oracle.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I was like,
maybe they'll cast her because.
Well, no, because here's the thing. Also,
the movie's almost done, but maybe they'll reveal that she's in the movie.
So here's the thing. So getting a little bit ahead of myself. The director for this movie is Kathy Yang. As far as I remember,
what has she done before? I've never heard of her before.
Let me see if I can.
This actually. How often do we get a female Asian director in Hollywood for big budget films?
Here's the thing. We don't obviously, but I'm looking at her like filmography on Wikipedia. You may say it's not reliable, but I mean,
IMDb.
But on at least Wikipedia, there's like no major films.
Yeah.
And she's produced some short films and like documentaries, but most of
this might be her breakthrough.
It's probably her breakthrough right now. Hopefully it does go well.
Yeah.
But she's not the only one that's sort of like having her big breakthrough, because the reason why I mentioned saying I'm getting ahead of myself is that Christina Hodson is the writer.
The main writer, yeah.
Main writer. And she's written for Bumblebee. She's written for the Bumblebee movie that everyone liked a lot. But she's also going to be writing for, I think, the Flash movie.
Yeah.
And Batgirl movie as well.
Yeah.
So that's why I think,
so they're locking her down over at WB.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, and so
they must like her a lot.
They must like her a lot, especially if she's like they must have liked her with Bumblebee, that they're having her write for both. Well, Birds of Prey, The Flash,
3 DC movies, and potentially Batgirl.
And so that's that's just what I wanted to mention. But also with, aside from Margot Robbie being in this movie as Harley Quinn, you also have Fred. Who's the next person on this list?
Mary Elizabeth Winstead as Huntress. Ramona Flowers, aka Scott Pilgrim.
That's Fred's favorite movie, which is why I'm just like having him. You have then Journey Smollett-Bell as Black Canary. You have Ewan McGregor as Black Mask.
Yes, Obi-Wan as Black Mask.
And I think for the most part, at least aside from Journey Smollett-Bell, because I haven't seen her in anything as far as I know, those other three, they're kind of big names that we all kind of recognize.
They have acting experiences.
Well, I mean, I think they all do.
On the high credit. Yeah.
And so the next one is Rosie Perez as Renee Montoya.
Yeah.
And Renee Montoya is this character from the Batman animated series. She then was transferred into the actual mainstream continuity comics. And at one point, she became she became a new hero, or she took over a hero role as the Question, which is sort of like a Batman kind of character, just so people can get an idea. I don't consider her a Batman character. Big Sage's The Question is completely different, but yeah. But in this one though, the actress is a little bit older than
the rest of the cast.
The rest of the cast, so I feel like she's gonna be more of a Commissioner Montoya. Mm-hmm. But maybe what I'm thinking is
she may be an old hero that come out of retirement.
An older hero, she's like, I don't do well with these heroes.
Who are these new birds of prey? My birds of prey back in the day.
Or no, or maybe she's originally she was this cool hero that was happy and stuff, but then after a tragic accident that happened, her partner got killed by a serial killer, Victor Zsasz, who's being played by Chris Messina. That she became a hardened hero, or no, she dropped the hero role. Yeah. I'm just speculating.
And then there's some smaller actors in this movie. Yeah, so it's pretty cool to see these guys being given the opportunity to be in a big budget movie like this. Yeah, they're doing the opposite of what Marvel's doing, shooting for A-list actors.
Yeah, and honestly, they have somebody, Cassandra Cain's in this movie, and she's being played by Ella J. Basco. Again, I don't know
another
her.
Asian actress. Yeah, these both movies, both Warner Brother films, Mortal Kombat and Birds of Prey, they seem to be going.
I think actually Mortal Kombat is New Line Cinema. I think,
which is a subsidiary of Warner Brothers.
Okay, so it sounds like we're still right. I just want to be sure. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm actually happy.
It's pretty interesting.
I'm happy that at least another minority is getting.
Do you think it has something to do with Warner Brothers' success with Crazy Rich Asians? Maybe why they're going in that market?
Well, lately, over the past few years, decades, that the China is now the new movie market. A lot of movies try to appeal to China. Yeah. And so I think maybe that might be as to why as well.
But Asians typically want to see, traditionally American characters. When they see Asian actors on screen, they don't think they're American, so to them it's just kind of I see Asians all the time on TV back home. Why do you want to go see, if it's not Brad Pitt or I don't know, Chris Rock on screen, why would I want to go see that? That's a lot of mentality. So I know a lot of people say more Asian actors on screen is good, maybe in America or maybe in European country or whatever, but in Asia, a lot of them don't really care. That's the sad truth. That's why Crazy Rich Asians only did so well in the States. It didn't do so hot across the world. All right,
well then maybe, hey, you know what? Maybe I think also they just wanted to be, if they had white people as Asian characters, that doesn't translate well today. Maybe you could get away back in the 90s or the 80s, have a white guy portraying.
They've had that before,
which is why I'm saying maybe they could and back then, but now they're.
But who knows? Maybe they're trying some new things here, which is good regardless.
Yeah, and honestly though, with the hold on, it's not just called the Birds of Prey. It's called the Birds of Prey with the Emancipation of One Fabulous Harley Quinn.
Yeah, so basically it's a Harley Quinn spin-off slash.
But it's just why it just seems unnecessary to have her. Like you said, it's unnecessary to have Harley Quinn
as the lead, but she is the catch for the movie. She is what's gonna sell the movie, and that's kind of what they're shooting for. So. hopefully the movie's still good. I'm still excited for it. Well, I don't want to hope for a bad movie. Like, I'm gonna pay money to see it. Why would I hope the movie's bad?
Yeah. I mean, I just when I get a feeling for a movie, it just sticks with me. No matter how much I would like for me to enjoy it, it's just hard.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Harley this Birds of Prey movie it's kind of hard for me to get a feeling for it. I don't know if I'm gonna enjoy it. Here's not what I'm thinking is gonna happen. I'm gonna enjoy everybody else but Harley Quinn's character, not because of Margot Robbie, but just the way she's written and how she acts like a freaking a kid. And I don't want to see like a kid. I want to see. I mean, I do want to see a kid, as in Shazam.
Yeah,
that's the only kid superhero movie I think we should see, unless you just
listen to our previous episode to hear our rants about Shazam.
Yeah, but I don't want to see like Harley Quinn acting like a freaking kid, or like,
because they're supposed to be like these kind of dark, scary, kind of older vigilantes.
Yeah,
you know
what I would like to see though is like instead Harley Quinn just doing her own thing, not having to deal with not having
a Harley Quinn movie would be fine. You just don't tack on the rest of the cast if you're gonna make a Harley Quinn movie.
And let's write her not like a child.
Yeah,
that's my other thing.
I mean, it's Margot Robbie who's like basically producing this movie, so part of it's her money.
Okay, fine, fair enough. But
so she's doing whatever she wants with her.
You know what though? I'm pretty sure she actually reads the comics at least.
I think she's a really big fan.
So
much like Kaylee Cuoco, who's running the Harley Quinn TV show that's coming up soon.
But it's just like, I don't know. Like, why would she want it to be portrayed like this?
I don't know.
I'm gonna stop pooping on this thing because that's enough of that. But the next big thing, the main course, as Freddie would like to have you call it. Fred, I'm gonna let you take a little bit of this.
Yeah, so this is gonna be the main topic, the main course of this podcast is the streaming service kind of standoff.
Are streaming services, taking over?
Yeah, because for the longest time we had Netflix, Hulu, Amazon as the big three, right?
With YouTube Red.
Well, with YouTube
RedTube
before they had the premium. It was just YouTube, and we were like, okay, that kind of counts a little bit. And then they came out with, YouTube Red, and then they changed the name to YouTube Premium.
Because we all know that there's only one real RedTube out. And
no, we don't condone when, kids don't go there.
God.
What's it called? So the big three, Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, and now they have a lot of competition. Warner Brothers is throwing out the HBO Max, which is basically HBO Cinemax.
There's a bunch of the list was insane what they had.
They own a lot of stuff. They own Cartoon Network,
Adult
Swim. So they're gonna have all of that in there, and it's gonna be around $15 a month starting in April 2020. They're gonna have all the other old shows they had back in the 90s. Well, I think they mentioned Fresh Prince is gonna be. You're gonna be able to stream it on there.
Wait, Fresh Prince is gonna be on.
I'm pretty sure.
Isn't that like a Viacom show or?
I'm not sure. I think they owned it.
It was originally on
a Warner Brothers show.
I feel like you're right now. I feel like you are.
And then today they announced Boondocks is coming back. So that's gonna be for you Boondocks fans.
I'm a really big Boondocks fan.
That's coming out within the first year of HBO Max.
And you wrote down that Aaron McGruder, the series creator, is actually returning as the showrunner.
Yeah.
Which, for any of you guys who watched the last season 4, y'all felt that maybe Boondocks felt kind of out of touch or just didn't have the traditional Boondocks feeling. And that's because Aaron McGruder wasn't there and as a showrunner. And I didn't enjoy it as much as I was hoping was going to. But with him returning now, I'm actually now excited once again.
Because they're going to have all the episodes on HBO Max as well. So it's going to be one of the big highlights of HBO Max is definitely Boondocks and all their 90s shows. But that does leave the question of what's going to happen to their DC streaming service.
I think it's going to be... I said this before.
You think it's going to be merged?
No, I think, like I said this before, if you want it to be...
It's going to be a package deal.
If you want, kind of how Hulu, you can have Hulu plus HBO already, but you have to have HBO already bought in order to kind of combine it. But maybe it could be you can have sort of a discount, I guess.
Yeah.
If you have HBO Max and you can get
a bundle deal.
You can add DC Universe for $5 instead of the $8 that it would cost you.
Yeah, so... because they did mention the DC show service original show Doom Patrol is also gonna be available on HBO Max. So that's kind of.
Or you know what I just thought of this would be a worse option for at least us Americans is that everywhere else around the world they get the entire DC Universe shows. They don't have to have a DC Universe app, but the only place here in America is like if you want to watch your DC shows, you have to get the DC Universe online and HBO Max separately. You can't bundle it.
Well, right now DC Universe app is only available in America. Everybody else around the world has to wait for Netflix to get all the episodes.
Which is why I'm saying that's probably gonna happen. Like that.
Yeah. All right. So the next service is Disney Plus coming out November 12th. It's the same price as Netflix, but you do get ESPN Plus and Hulu with the ads for that same price.
Correct.
That's competing with and if you don't want those two, I think it's gonna be $7 or $8 a month.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but like even with the $7 or $8, you can also get like 4K quality streaming. Correct.
Yeah.
So.
And then you're getting Mandalorian, the new Star Wars show, right off the bat when this service comes to November.
Yeah, and it looks like that of all the people that's going to be fighting for the new king of streaming, it's Disney. It seems like it's going to be coming in hard, and I think they have the money to like bleed.
Yeah,
because they have so many properties.
Yeah,
their movies are making like a crap ton of money. They have all these rides, all these they own so much of like the industry now.
Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, ESPN,
and then they just own Fox as well with the merger. So I think if anybody is going to be the new king, it's going to be Disney with its Disney Plus.
They're going to be competing. They're competitive at the price level and at the content level. Even though most of it is franchise and serial stuff, they're not really original in that sense. But there's still going to be something people want to watch.
But it has a back catalog at least. Speaking of back catalog, let's just skip over to this one real quick.
Yeah.
NBC Universal released the name of their service.
Yeah, it's called Peacock because like the NBC logo, and it's exciting because even though like Disney Plus is gonna be a lot of shows you're familiar with and properties you're familiar with, they're also they're also trying to reboot a lot of stuff on that. That's what separates them from the other ones. It's the reboots. So they talked about rebooting The Office, Punky Brewster, Battlestar Galactica, and Saved by the Bell, and all bringing back pretty much the original cast, except for The Office. There's still a lot of not known information as to how they're even gonna handle that. But
you think they're just gonna tease us with The Office? Like, it's coming, guys.
I think
it's like, it's coming. Hold on, just keep on buying it.
Well, Peacock drops around April 2020, the same time as HBO Max. The name it's a good name, but it's not a catchy name.
No, I can imagine it now. Like,
you want to go watch a Peacock? Like, it sounds weird.
No. Peacock streaming service.
It sounds much better that way.
So I think But
the symbolism with the peacock, it means like trying to get your attention. Okay. So that's it works in that sense.
Well, we do know that Netflix is going to take a big hit because a lot of people will be have a wish that they're going to be leaving if they don't get the rights to The Office or Parks and Rec, which is going to Peacock. Mm-hmm. And
they're gonna have The Good Place. They're gonna have Brooklyn Nine-Nine on there. They're gonna have all these hit NBC comedy shows. Community. They're gonna have
isn't SNL like a
SNL and Everybody Loves Raymond, Cheers, Frasier. They're gonna have what's that other show? Seinfeld.
Oh,
so. Yeah, they're gonna have basically every comedy that you love.
NBC was sort of like the king back in the 90s, I feel like.
So one of the best ones.
When it comes to television.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of those things you like hear people like rave about.
And they still have Good Place in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, so
they're still doing
not that great. So and Universal means more Fast and Furious spin-offs. We're probably gonna get that on the streaming service. And maybe some Jurassic World spin-offs. So we might see a Jurassic Park TV show. That might be interesting.
Will we see an actual Jurassic Park theme park?
We'll see.
Alright, well, aside from the
Peacock... We'll go to Universal Studios.
What do you mean? Like the actual
They have a Jurassic Park area there.
But as big as the actual park.
Well, of course they're not gonna bring dinosaurs.
Well, then it's not a real Jurassic Park.
Okay, fine, whatever.
I'm just saying though, they should get their own island.
They should make Jurassic Park Go, like Pokemon Go with
God,
dinosaurs.
no.
Alright, anyways,
Jurassic
what's
Park
the next
Goes.
big thing? Besides CBS All Access, a lot of you guys, you get your
Twilight Zone's
Twilight Zone and your Star Treks on there. That's basic, and I think they're gonna have all the Big Bang Theories eventually.
Oh boy,
there.
the Big Bang Theory, guys.
No, I'm just saying it's also a big show. So if people want to watch that, one place to watch it all.
Yeah, but why?
A lot of people love Big Bang Theory. My parents love Big Bang Theory. They're probably listening to this.
Well, I don't like Big Bang Theory. I'm gonna go.
That's okay. You're gonna get roasted in the comments.
Screw it. Yeah, I can get roasted all you want, but at least I don't have to have a laugh track that tells you when to laugh.
Yes.
That's my take on it.
Yeah. Apple TV Plus is gonna be really interesting in my opinion.
You know way more about this than I do at all. Yeah. I just know a little bit of the Apple Arcade, something separate, but I'll let you take a look.
So Apple TV Plus, $4.99 a month, and actually, if you buy one of the new Apple products that come in September, October, whenever those new phones and tablets come out, you actually get a whole year free of Apple TV Plus.
I get my iPhone 11 Pro XSEA Sports, it's a phone. I'll also get a free
1 year service of Apple TV Plus, and it comes out November 1st, so which means the new iPhone might drop around that same time.
Oh.
Hint, hint. We're not endorsed by Apple, by the way. And what's cool about the Apple TV Plus, they're gonna have original shows and some properties you may be familiar with. So right now they have The Morning Show with Steve Carell, Jennifer Aniston, and Reese Witherspoon. It's kind of paralleling real life events about a sexual misconduct.
It's really it's a drama, definitely. In this day and age of Me Too, it's definitely, I think, I don't think anybody's actually really done that. The only closest thing TV show wise it's sort of a touch on that subject of Me Too was Master of None.
Yeah.
Season 2.
With Aziz Ansari on Netflix.
Yeah.
We're just advertising everything.
Let's just advertise them, and maybe they'll be like, we gotta pay them because they helped us out with the two people that decided to check it out.
But another show is Jason Momoa has a post-apocalyptic TV show called C. Basically, it's about in the future, the majority of the people don't have vision. But then his kids, his twins that are born, suddenly have vision. And so they're like, well, this means they're going to be...
leaders?
Well, not leaders. They're going to be sought after by other tribes because they're the only ones that can see.
Wait, so is Jason Momoa also blind? Or?
Yeah, he's also blind.
So this is sort of like a reverse... what's that one movie on Netflix?
Blind Bird Box?
Yeah.
No. This is about basically in this post-apocalyptic world, everybody is blind, and it's because they said humanity's eyesight led to the apocalypse of the planet. I don't know how, but anyway, so so now the new kids, they have to protect those kids from other tribes trying to take those kids and basically brainwash them to be like, you're our new eyes, you can see everything, which means you can lead us towards resources and whatnot.
You said that in this apocalyptic world that it's underwater?
No, it's not. It's not Aquaman, Jason Momoa. It's not an Aquaman sequel.
So it's not going to be underwater?
No. There's water scenes because they're in the woods.
But are they under the sea?
No, under the mountain stars. And then, Haley Steinfeld's got a show on there about a modern take on Emily Dickinson kind of.
It's called Dickinson.
Yeah.
I have no idea what it's about.
And then Snoopy's getting a show on there.
I did not know about that.
Yeah, and Oprah is actually getting a show on there.
She's coming back?
Yes. Oprah and Apple are teaming up on a brand new show.
Okay, so I didn't think Apple TV was going to be...
They have a lot of... If you watch the trailers on their website, you can actually see...
you can actually watch all those trailers on Apple...
We'll put a link in our description. If you go see the trailers, you can see the quality is very HBO, Netflix-like quality. High budget television.
I did see some for the morning show one.
Mm-hmm.
That
it looks so good.
The quality of it did remind me of something of HBO. But what I was surprised was the whole entire. The price is $4.99.
Yeah,
that's literally just $5 a month.
Yeah, they're really trying to undercut everybody, but that's the crazy thing because Apple usually go for the high price.
I think. Well, here's the thing. Apple's doing a lot of things. Let's just go a little bit on Apple Meta.
Do you think that if Steve Jobs was still around, that he and Disney would have teamed up and built the streaming service together? Because there was rumors going around that if that was the case, if he was alive, that they would have formed the streaming service together.
I honestly don't want to get into speculations, but I mean, it's possible. I feel like both of Disney and Apple.
Because they work together.
No, but they're very protective of their stuff.
Yeah.
And maybe they would have teamed up, or it could have gone in a complete direction. Like, hey, I want to do this, but Disney's like, and Disney could be like, no, well, I want to do this, and so maybe it wouldn't have worked out. But they both are similar in that they're very protective of their properties and they're protective of their brand. That's what they are. Both very protective.
But yeah, they got a bunch of new original stuff, which is going to be interesting.
No, but so here's the thing I want to touch on with a little bit of Apple. They released the Apple Card, okay? And now they also announced Apple Arcade, which is a sort of a new cloud streaming service for video games to compete with the likes of Google Stadia.
Apple is really trying to be a name you can use for everything. Much like how you can use Amazon and Google for pretty much everything. They realized they're late in the game because they were so focused on the phones.
The hardware, but not the software.
Yeah. They were like, oh my gosh, Google and Amazon have been doing these other things for years. We're just now getting into it.
Do you think Apple's going to have its own search engine?
They should have had years ago. But that was Google's niche. Google should have had a streaming service. Just saying. They have YouTube Premium, so that counts.
You know what? Yeah, YouTube Premium counts. Yeah. I mean, YouTube Premium has some good
Cobra Kai.
Yeah, and they've now announced that they're going to let all those things be free, but you can only new episodes drop a week for premium. Yeah. But if you have the premium service account, whatever you bought it, you can get them all for one, all at once. At the same
time. Oh, okay. You binge them.
I don't know if I prefer this new thing with streaming services of I like the fact that you can binge them. Yeah. But I like how also they drop a new episode a week. It's kind of like going back and
so you have something to be excited about.
Because I'll be honest, and I think I read this somewhere where if you binge something, you don't remember. Yeah. What happened a few episodes. Like I literally will be watching. I'm like,
you're not really as invested.
Like you're just going through it, and it's just because you want to see more and you're hungry, but it's like you can't actually savor the flavor. Going back to that food analogies we've been using of the show. Yeah. So I think I'm liking this new format of we're releasing a new episode a week, but we're still gonna let you have this entire back catalog, and when we're done, you can stream all that. But we're just new episodes.
It's basically like TV all over again, but without the commercials.
Didn't you say that's basically the direction we're going in? Like we're
going back to packages, but the difference is that this is easier to cancel with no fees.
And I think you're getting, what you're getting.
Yeah, you're paying for this time there's more content and good content. So you really, you can mix and match.
It's more thorough, and I feel like you know what you're getting. Yeah. Whereas I feel like in other packages, you'd get some things that you wouldn't even watch or bother. Like, I want this channel, but it comes with these other channels. Like, well, I don't really care. But I have to get it because that's part of the package.
Yeah. So, there's a lot of other streaming services that we had listed. We're not going to talk about them.
Let's just drop them right now.
You want to start reading them? We're not going to talk about them.
We're going to drop them. Just going to drop it. There's Hulu, we mentioned ESPN Plus, Stars, Showtime Now, HBO Go, HBO Now. What's the difference between those two?
I think one is just mobile and one is just like on your app.
Are they going to be replaced by HBO Max?
I think so.
Okay, so those don't really count. WWE Network, why they have a network, I have no idea.
Wrestling fans, man.
I mean, yeah, but okay, fine. YouTube TV, which is actually somewhat of a
YouTube has their own live thing and then premium.
It's sort of weird, but you have a AT&T TV Now, which I'm pretty sure they're going to cancel that.
Yeah, that's also a Warner Brothers thing.
Well, they own Warner Brothers now, so they're probably just going to
Sling TV. That's just basically online cable.
Yeah, my brother had that. DAZN?
DAZN, I don't know. Criterion Channel. Shudder, if you like horror films.
Voodoo isn't...
Voodoo's mostly for, like, you can also rent movies. PlayStation View is just cable through PlayStation. Same thing with Philo TV and Pluto TV. NBA League Pass, NFL Sunday Tickets for sports fans.
Didn't they announce for Hulu that they were going to have live sports?
Yeah.
Alright, and then there's also, what's this, QB?
Yeah, I don't know what QB is. BET Plus? For you BET fans?
I don't know what the appeal is. Like, honestly, like, I mentioned this in the car ride, but, like, I mean, you can watch it on the go, I guess.
I don't know.
It's the same stuff.
Yeah. B/R Live. I don't know what that means. MLB at Bat. Baseball fans. And then Verve. VRV.
Which has...
If you guys don't know what Verve is, basically it's multiple streaming services packaged into one. You know, for you anime and cartoon fans, and gamer fans, this is like perfect for you. It's got Crunchyroll, Boomerang, Nixplat, it's got High Dive, Rooster Teeth, Mondo, Cartoon Hangover, Curiosity Stream, and then Verve Select that they had certain rights to, like Thundercats and Freakazoid that you can watch on there and not anywhere else. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, honestly, Verve. And Funimation.
Yeah.
But that's not...
These are just the others that I feel like are kind of trying to get out there. But obviously, the big names were the ones that we named first.
Yeah. Right. Those are the most competitive. But Verve is $10 for like so many services.
Yeah.
You know, but it's very niche. Perfect for kids, actually.
Yeah.
$10. And then this week, you
got no shout outs.
Yeah, no shout outs. You gotta start commenting on their podcast, or sharing and letting us know that you shared them.
Your mom should comment on
this. She should. Shout out to my mom, because I know she listens to these.
Hi, Freddie's mom.
And if you guys show us screenshots of you listening to at least 3 episodes on the Radio Public app, we'll follow you on either Twitter or Instagram.
Alright, now this is something I want to talk about this morning.
The fun fact segment of the week, the dessert section, because it's sweet.
Traffic in Charlotte sucks. This is your dessert.
Yeah, that's your fun fact about Charlotte.
Because today I was going to leave for do something at 8 o'clock. I left here at 7:20. That's when we left, right? 7:20-ish?
Yeah.
7:20-ish.
And we're 30 minutes away from that location.
36 minutes away from the location that I was driving to. So we left at 7:20. Yeah. We should have arrived there at...
Before 8.
Around before 8, you know? Yeah. We got there at 8:38. We spent an hour and 20 minutes or 10 minutes on the traffic. It piled on. It just kept on piling on.
We're still in the same state.
I think... at that point, if we just left at 8 o'clock, we would have arrived at the same time. Because we were stuck in the one location. Yeah. It sent me on a freaking
Well, also we had to get gas.
Well, that was like little
Yeah, it wasn't even that out of the way.
Yeah, it was like literally right there. But oh my god, apparently a lot of sites say that, hey, driving in Charlotte is a good place to drive. If you want to, hit your, sunny drive. No, that's wrong. Whoever wrote that, they're just trolling you. Don't. It sucks driving here in Charlotte. I drive around uptown all the time. I drive everywhere in Charlotte because I had to. When I was doing Postmates or something like that.
Yeah.
It's the traffic here sucks so much.
Well, mostly just in the morning.
No.
Is it bad all the time? You think?
Not okay. Obviously, morning and rush hour is when it sucks, but
by Concord Mills is pretty bad too.
Yeah, no, and here's the other thing too is they're always fixing up the roads and they're changing it. This side of the roads being worked on. You know what's
sad? By the time they're done with those, because they take so long, they're like, oh, time to actually work on the next part because they had already planned this other thing in the middle of finish. Well,
these and here's the thing, some of these it's not like New York City where they're wide. Some of these roads are very narrow, and I don't know how they expect us to go one direction and another direction. It's literally one side. I in South Church Street, the right side will be worked on, and you have to be on the left side of that road. You have to go down, and then you have to switch to the other side. That's a fun fact of this week. The traffic sucks here in Charlotte.
Yeah. So No rapid fire questions for today. No. We haven't worked that out yet, that segment.
We're just still, getting to the feel and groove of things. We're going to find our stride. Yeah. Like any talk show host, you have to listen to the first 3 months. Yeah. And then they'll find their stride. But, all right, this is something I talked to Freddie for a little bit about. No promises, but we're going to try something next week on YouTube. Yeah. We're going to release...
we're gonna be streaming.
We're gonna be streaming the KFC
dating simulator,
and we're going to try to. Okay, bear in mind we've never done anything. Yeah, you might see our faces, you might not, but we do know that eventually
you might at least hear us.
You're gonna hear us, and we're gonna at least see the game. Yeah. But it's going to be on the Thrility YouTube channel.
Yeah. Just look up Thrility. It's it's the orange logo. I mean, keep in mind we are planning on changing the name soon. But even if you did look that up, that's like the first thing that's gonna show.
Probably. Yeah. And that should be the game's coming out Tuesday, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I'd say I don't know how to video edit, but
should be pretty straightforward.
Probably. It'll release that same week. Let's just say that. We're going to try to record, play the game throughout. If there's multiple endings, we can end with a different Colonel Babe. We'll try all the endings. Yeah. Aside from that, though, I think that's about it, man.
Yeah. We're going to do some outro and some plugs.
So, you follow us on the Thrility Instagram page.
Thrility Media on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We're also on YouTube. Just follow and subscribe. And you can follow Enzo where at.
Oh, I just made a Twitter today. I forgot the name of it.
We'll have it in the description.
No. It's why did they limit some of my account features? Well,
temporarily.
It's at Viatic7.
How do you spell that?
Viatic. Don't ask why.
Okay.
I just go with that.
And you can follow him on Instagram at NotTheRealEnzo.
Well, why would you say that?
And then you guys can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Fredduccini147. That's at FREDUCCINI 147. So that's it. Yeah. I'm pretty sure on Instagram I'm just Fredduccini_.
I don't know. All right, well, that's about it for today. Yeah. Wow, this is a real long podcast.
And then if you guys go on our socials or on our YouTube, comment the secret word. The secret word for this week is name your current favorite streaming service and which one are you most excited for, the one that's coming out.
Honestly, I want to hear from some of you. We know that we can see who's listening from us.
Yeah, we know people are listening. It's just, I don't know if you guys listen all the way to the end.
I want to know. I want to engage with some of y'all.
Yeah.
All right, but that's about it.
Yeah. So thank you guys. Bye-bye.